Yep, we're level. It's there. It's good. Yep, we're good. Mr. Dan Wagner, Stillwater, Minnesota. All sorts of singers tonight. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Enough singers that we actually got an actual director kind of directing people where to go. Swipe up. Ooh. All right. I gotta figure out how to unlock this. All right. From down there. Okay, got it. Got it. All right. This is a different phone to me. Okay, so you gotta hit the little button and swipe up the bottom. Okay. Okay. Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the R.W. Begg Senior Gymnasium, Viterbo University, La Crosse, Wisconsin, as we get ready here for this women's college volleyball match between Viterbo and Mount Mary of Milwaukee. The Hawks 23-6 on the year, 17-0 in Chicagoland play. They won all 14 last year, 31. And looking back here, they won every match in 2023 final season of the North Star as well. So the regular season conference winning streak is at 43, and I believe it's at 50 if you include conference tournament matches. Actually, probably more than that. Probably be, I think that is right. I think it's at 50 if you include conference tournament matches. Or might get to 50 tonight as I kind of talk my way through this. They won the final. It should be more than that. Actually, should be 50. Well, they haven't played any this year. There you go. So I think it's 49. It's supposed to get to 50 tonight. Memory serves here. Would have been three. Might only have been 2 in the North Star. It's near 50. It's 43 in conference play, and it's near 50. So as winning streak this year is at 6-0. V-Hawks are 8-2 at home. Have already clinched a 12th consecutive national tournament berth and a 13th national tournament berth in the last 14 seasons. Mount Mary on the flip side is 4-27, 1-16 in Chicagoland play. They have lost 7 straight. One of their wins did come on the road. They're 1-9 on the road this year. This will be their season finale. They will not make the Chicagoland tournament. That starts Tuesday. The Hawks will be the top seed and be at home. They'll take on the 8th seed. Everybody else after 1 is still up in the air at last check. Haven't checked it since then. And Maddie Connor here will begin the match serving for the V-Hawks. Libero there, a little issue, Abigail Manthe. And then some confusion there. Results in the first point of the night for Viterbo. 11, Maddie Connor, 4, Riley Angst, 6, Reese Gurman, 10, Haley Halverson, 3, Jada Mitchell, 9, Sadie Treptow, the starting 6-4 Viterbo. Get to the Mount Mary roster here and their starters when we get a shot. Beep served that time from Connor. Left side played over, dug up by Halverson. Connor lost her footing there, but able to get back into the point. Tipped, dug up by Angst. Connor will set up Mitchell, and Mitchell, nice dig up that time by 15, Ava Fincher. Played over. Inside again for Mitchell. Mitchell off the block, dug up again by Fincher. Played over, actually couldn't quite play it over that time. Could 19, Andy White, and 2-0 V-Hawks out of the shoot here. For Mount Mary, 12, Gabby Cicero Salas. 10, the libero is Abigail Manthe. 20 is Lily Severson. 15 is Ava Fincher. We'll get to the other 2 starters here when we get a shot. They've got their backs turned to me right now, so can't read numbers. Inside, and nice swing inside that time by 19, Andy White. Final starter we missed is 24, Sienna Williams. Checking in here, first action for 21, Delnora Darden. So 2-1 early on here in favor of the V-Hawks. Officials tonight, the up official are Dan Wagner, Stillwater, Minnesota. Down official is Roger Korger from La Crosse. Inside from Mitchell. And dug up nicely, overpass, tipped over by Mitchell. Inside off the block, and I don't think that quite got over the net. Get a sub here, 1 Izzy Jar, 20 Grace checked in the match for Angst and Halverson. Just 10 available players tonight for Mount Mary, and only head coach Maida Wolf made the trip. Assistant coach Hannah Walther not here tonight. Check will go back left towards the libero Manthe. Left side over the block. Good swing that time from Andy White. 2 good swings from Andy White thus far. And he's a freshman from Erin, Tennessee. A different roster here. Mount Mary, by the way, in Milwaukee. 3-2 is the Viterbo lead here in the first set. Mount Mary in Milwaukee. We'll give you a little thought on it. It might have been long there, but Ainge chose to play it. And Jar will get a swing out of this and nearly put it away. Nice dig up by Darden. Jar will end up getting that kill. 4-2. As we said here, Mount Mary is in Milwaukee, kind of on the west side of Milwaukee. May not even be in Milwaukee, maybe in Wauwatosa in that part of the world, but it's at about kind of by Burleigh Street, kind of a major street on the north side, if people know Milwaukee at all. Dug up by Czech, overpass, kept up by Jar. Back set for Treptow, and couldn't handle it that time, could Darden. Yeah, kind of on the west side, kind of about 92nd Street in Burleigh is about where it's located, if people happen to know where that would be in Milwaukee. So kind of near Highway 100 in Burleigh, near the I-41 in that, or I-41 in that part of the world. Mishandled that time by Manthe, and German will get an ace. 6-2 V-Hawks early. Get to the four factors when we get a shot. These two teams did play at Mount Mary about 6.5 weeks ago, late September. V-Hawks a 17-9-8 winner in the first regular season match. Set up, tip, dug up by German. Inside for Jalen Hinsman and out. 6-3 Viterbo. Viterbo had 8 players in the first match between these two that had multiple kills and hit 273 or better. So those nights were just about everybody was getting in on the offensive attack. Jar this time will swing. Had some overspin on that shot, and that was close to being really good. Went over the block, still had enough overspin to almost keep it inside the line, but was out, and 6-4 now the Viterbo lead. Connell set up Jar again. Jar tips down the line. Easy to dig up that time for Darden. Left side, I don't think that ever got over the net. It did not. 7-4 Viterbo. 21 McKeely, 7 Jaden Polavina will serve. Mitchell had 10 kills at 667. Franklin 6 kills hit 500. Jar 6 kills at 273. Treptow 5 kills, 444. Halverson 4 kills and 500. All in that opening match. Mishandled that time. Hinsman, as we said, 3 kills, 333. Quist 2 kills, 667. And Aubrey Dorn had a couple kills and hit 667. So V-Hawks were able to go a little bit past the first 6 hitters and went into a couple hitters and still had some success in that first match. Well, back left for Manthe had an easy decision to let it go. 8-5. Polavina 20 assists, Connor 12 in the first match. German led Viterbo with 6 digs, 4 digs for Czech, couple digs for Angst. They do have some leaders in the conference stats, near leaders, I should say. Tipped over by Ely that time, and that'll be a kill as Sacedo Salas couldn't get into position there. Halverson in for Czech. Jar will serve. Assistant coach Jenna Bean not back with the team tonight. Saw that she sent me something on Facebook, and I'm old and not advanced enough to have live Facebook. And I don't have my own phone. I thought I'd tell you something. I left my own personal phone at home. I'm using assistant coach Phil Weisbecker's phone for live stats tonight when we get to that at a certain point. But Jenna Bean said out for work this week and back on Tuesday, I believe, and said kind of killing her not to be at the matches Tuesday night and tonight. Overpass and played down by Ely. 11-5 Viterbo here. No sign of a timeout yet from Maida Wolf. Played over barely, kind of a knuckleball, kind of an accidental knuckleball that time from Rosie Palacios, but Palacios gets the kill. For Riley Angst back in for Jar. Look at those leaders here when we get a sec. German is 3rd in the conference in digs per set, 2nd in total digs. Polavino will set up Halverson. Big swing from Halverson, overpass and alive. Ely with a big swing off the block and out. Palacios and White were able to get up that time, but block was out. 12-6 V-Hawks. Mitchell and Maddie Quist back in. German and Hinsman out. I said V-Hawks will be at home for sure Tuesday opening round, and as long as they win, they'll stay at home. Semifinal Thursday, championship match Saturday. Easy dig up that time for Quist. And Mitchell off the block. Palacios went for the solo block that time, and Mitchell able to beat her. 13-6 Viterbo. And German, as we said, 3rd in digs per set, 2nd in total digs in the conference. Manthe there, Libero, is 4th in total digs and digs per set in the conference, so among the leaders there. Off the block and block back. Mitchell and Halverson will get a half block each there. And their setter is Fincher, and it looks like they're playing a 5-1 for the most part so far. Fincher is 4th in the conference in assists per set. Overpass again and put away inside by Halverson. And timeout for Mount Mary. 15-6 Viterbo leads here in the opening set. Viterbo hitting .312 thus far. Mount Mary having a rough start so far, hitting negative .235. Couple of blocks for Viterbo so far. Not a whole lot statistically. Only 21 points in. And White had a couple of nice swings so far, hitting .200. Jar, Halverson, Ely all with a couple kills for Viterbo so far. Didn't get to the four factors. Let's do that right now. V-Hawks hitting .245 in conference play. Mount Mary hitting .039. V-Hawks averaging 12.4 kills a set. Mount Mary averaging 7.8. Blocks per set, V-Hawks big advantage there, almost 2.5 blocks a set, and Mount Mary just over half a block a set. And usually when V-Hawks play somebody that's kind of doesn't have, not as strong a team as them, the other team will be ahead of them in digs per set just because they're getting a few more chances than their opponent is. But V-Hawks actually lead in digs per set tonight at 14.3. Mount Mary averaging 13.3 a set. Inside, played over off the block. On the right side, and out. (16-6). Quist will continue to serve. Left side. Good swing that time. Andy White with her nice third nice swing of the match so far. And just a freshman is White from Erin, Tennessee, as we said. And Houston County is one of those not too far away from here in southeastern Minnesota. Gurman back in. 16-7. Kind of a wide variety of roster here. McWanago, which is a southwest suburb of Milwaukee, is where Manthi's from. And Lee Severson, who we haven't seen a lot of yet. May not have seen it all. No, Severson's in there as we speak. I apologize. Treptow and Connor back in to serve. And Palacios back in for Mount Mary. Said Manthi from McWanago, East Troy High School, southwest suburb of Milwaukee. And Severson is from Cottage Grove, Monona Grove High School, which is near Madison. And LSU handling that serve will lead to an ace for the V-Hawks and Connor. But other than that, not a whole lot of players. Palacios from Chicago. Williams is from Gurnee, Illinois, northeast suburb of Chicago. But 6 of the 10 from areas well away from southeastern Wisconsin or northeastern Illinois. Tipped over, dug up by Angst. Go left side for Halverson. Halverson kind of double cocked him. That'd be a good way to put it on that spring. And then a block back by Mitchell and Treptow. 19-7 V-Hawks. Yes, Acedo Salas is from Flagstaff, Arizona. Fincher from Owensboro, Kentucky. We said White's from Erin, Tennessee. Darden's from Hendersonville, Tennessee. Champion from Tallahassee, Florida. Steele from Detroit. So a wide variety of locations, hometowns for the players from Mount Mary. 20-7 as Connor gets another ace. Line drive serve handled by Acedo Salas. White with a nice swing off the block, and that'll be a kill. Well, what I've seen so far, you might have to feed White every time now until further notice. She's kind of been the offense, almost all of the offense might be a good way to put it for Mount Mary. Knuckleball that time. Nice play by Angst to keep it alive. Halverson gets a swing off that off the block and out. Point V-Hawks 21-8. Jar and Check back in. Haven't gone too deep into the bench here, has Viterbo thus far, but kind of imagine this might be the kind of night where you see some different players late second set, and you really see some different players third set. Overpass that time, and Mitchell will get the kill. 23-8. Knuckleball to the middle. And White with a swing, but don't think that ever got over. Oh, Ditto did get over and hit off the block, excuse me. Yeah, keep feeding Andy White. She's played pretty well for them so far. Yeah, 5 kills and hitting 300 so far in the opening set. 5 kills and they've only got 9 points, so keep feeding Andy White would be my suggestion here. Treptow with a cut shot that time. Able to beat Darden, and that'll lead to a V-Hawks first set point. No, 23-9, excuse me, 2 points away. German will serve. German will go back right, and Manthi will play it. They'll go right side. A nice offense there. Ball was out, however. Like the offense, though. Quick back set and cross court. They got to keep the defense on their toes. Like the thought process there, but just didn't convert. German with an ace to wrap up the first set. V-Hawks win the first set 25-9. V-Hawks hit .429 in an opening set, 11 kills, 2 errors, 21 attacks. Mount Mary hit negative .125. You recall they were more negative than that early. 6 kills, 9 errors, 24 attacks for Mount Mary. 4 aces for the V-Hawks. That's a good sign with only 1 error. Not a lot of blocks for either team in that first set. Halverson, 3 kills, hit .500 in the first set. Jar, a couple kills, hit .250. Mitchell, a couple kills, hit .333 and also involved in a couple of blocks. Treptow, a couple of kills, and Ely, a couple of kills, and both perfect. Angst, 3 digs. German had a couple of aces. Polavina and Connor, 3 assists apiece. Couple digs for Connor. Unfortunately, not a lot to discuss as far as stats in that first set. Not sure if we're getting a dance team performance. I think we are. I think I saw them gathered in the hallway before the match. Yeah, I'm not sure who the 2 young ladies on the Viterbo bench that are not players and not assistant coaches. I'm guessing recruits of some sort, maybe. Okay, there's your answer. No, there's something to ask Ryan DeLong about after the match. We talked to him about Izzy Adams. She's already signed to play here, so I'm guessing the other player is the other recruit whose name I mistaken. Thank you very much for the live stats here. Just double check and make sure I didn't see anything we didn't see elsewhere. Usually the live stats are pretty good. 3 receiving errors for Mount Mary in that opening set. Now, usually there's things on these live stats that the printed live stats from the table that you don't get on the live stats on the phone, but I am not immediately seeing them. So but thank you very much. Forgot my phone at home tonight. Welcome to being 54 years of age, I guess. The routine was off. I didn't sleep as long as I intended to, so I grabbed the phone and looked at the phone a little bit before I was scheduled to get up from an afternoon nap and saw it wasn't at full power, so plugged it back in. I believe it's still sitting on a table at home plugged in, so. Once again, thanks to assistant coach Phil Weisbecker for letting me use his phone tonight. All right, 25-9 first set for the V-Hawks here. The final regular season home match here for Viterbo. Final season finale for Mount Mary, as we said. Manthi, a grad student. Wow, I just noticed this about their roster. We'll pass this along in a sec. Mitchell played over. Off the block that time. Set up inside, tipped over, played by Quist. So Quist out there to start the second set. Mitchell swings and puts it away inside. So Maddie Quist will start this second set. A little different offense there. Connor and Treptow in for Ely and Polavina. And Marquardt starting in the back row in place of Inc. So a couple different starters here in the second set for the V-Hawks. Inside off the block, blocked back. That got a pretty good batch over the net. Free ball here for Viterbo. Connor will set up Mitchell inside. Mitchell able to put it away. Now that block was actually, wasn't crisp and as firm and as tight to the net as you'd like. That block was probably 3-4 inches away from the net and still bounced back over the double block from Mitchell and Treptow a moment ago. Right side, block back, and Treptow will get that kill. And Mitchell was up as well, so she'll get half a block there. Connor serving, 3-0 V-Hawks here, second set. Won the first set 25-9. Yeah, that's going to be a little short on the swing that time from Severson. All right, that thought I better get this in here before I forget it for Mount Mary. Manthi's a grad student. Palacios is a junior. Other 8 players on the roster, all freshmen. They did have a team last year. Did not play in the Chicagoland. This is their first year in the Chicagoland. And now Connor gets a break on a night where Viterbo doesn't need to break like that on a let serve. They get one there from Connor. 5-0 V-Hawks here, second set. Down the line, played up by White. I'd go to her every time, blocked back that time by Treptow. So 6-0 Viterbo out of the chute here in the second. Germinal set up Treptow. Treptow over the block. Able to dig that one up with Cisato Salas. Quist with a swing and able to beat the libero Manthi. Right side for White. White down the line and good. There was some big league wrestler about 10 years ago that used to always go, feed me more. That's what I would do with Andy White. Feed her more. Feed her as much as you can if you're Mount Mary. And off the kill, White will serve. Quist off the block. Quist able to put it away. We've set some different players. Casey Franklin here will check in. Quist usually checks in back row to serve, and Franklin will check in to go to the front row, as I said, Marquardt checks out. Inside tip, dug up by Connor, nice dig, and actually couldn't quite keep it up that time. Point Mountain Mary 8-2. Inside, and Mitchell able to put it away. That actually wasn't put it away. White was able to dig it up. Right side for Treptow, and just long. No disagreement from anybody in the crowd. Couldn't have been deep long by too much there. Sorry about that. Long by maybe 3 inches. That could have been out, but played by Czech. Yeah, Czech kind of checked her position. After she played that, Franklin plays it over. Off the block, block back, but out. Thought that should have been point Viterbo, but 8-4 in a match where you don't lose sleep over every missed call. Mitchell able to put that one away. 9-4 V-Hawks. And Aubrey Dorn will check in. No, not going to check in. She is going to check in, but she's going to check in for German, and Jada Mitchell's going to serve. I don't know if I've ever seen this. Let's see how this looks here. Yeah, that was kind of softly played to the middle to make sure it got over. And Mitchell's playing back row. She'll dive in vain. And Mitchell back out after a point. Now, final regular season home match here, so you're going to see some Thiesens. I almost got to ask her dad, who's about 3 slots to her left. She ever served? No. Like I said, her dad is seated about 4 sets to her left. He just shook his head no, hasn't served since high school. 9-6 here. Back to the action. Connor inside and Treptow big swing to put it away. Ball was good. Now they're going to let Sadie Treptow serve. And her dad is here, but her dad's a lot farther down. He's about halfway. He's about all the way down by the floor, so I can't ask him quickly. And wow, Sadie Treptow with an ace. I almost got to stand up and see if I can find her dad. Well, there he is. Yeah, he's got a big smile on his face. Mom with a big smile on her face about 2 seats to the right. And Treptow with back-to-back aces. Kind of jokingly asked Ryan DeLong if he's found another server here. Oh, my goodness. 3 straight aces from Sadie Treptow. Dad's got an even bigger smile on his face than he did a few minutes ago. 13-6 Viterbo. That's going to be long. I'll go back to a regular rotation here with Treptow and Connor out and Polavina and Ely back in. He'll set up right side. Not a good pass that time, but Ely able to at least play it over, keep the point alive. Big swing by White, and another nice work there offensively by Andy White. To put that on the list of questions for Ryan DeLong after the match. Like I said, freshman from Erin, Tennessee, 5'11", 2 decent size too for an outside. Kermel will set up Franklin. Franklin will go deep, dug up. Right side for White, and found the gap that time between Czech and German. 13-9. Keep an eye on Maddie Connor right now. She is actually back behind the bench. Playing V-Hawks 14-9. Owen Mills, the trainer, working on her. Kristen Marquardt back in. Now Connor is already back in line. Find her momentarily off the block. Couldn't quite dig it up to Quist that time. Yeah, Connor's back over there by the water jug and taking a drink of water, heading back to the end of the bench, so she's okay. Fiddling with that wrap that she has on her left leg. All right, 14-10. We'll get back to the match a little bit more here. Kind of gotten off kilter here. Serving is Jalea Steele, who we haven't seen a whole lot of yet tonight. Inside and put away. Nice swing that time by Aubrey Dorn. Mitchell-esque that time from Dorn. Dorn out and Mitchell back in, and 12 McKenna, Addison Peck, will check back into serve. As I look at my roster here, Haley Halverson's alma mater, Barron, lost in the Division 3 state semifinals early this morning, as did Luther. So, local team and Haley Halverson's alma mater. Her mom, Brooke, the head coach there. Mitchell off the block. And the younger sister there, Alexis, going off memory, is going to Mankato State. Didn't know that until the last couple of days. That's where Ellie Klein, the Holman grad, is a libero. Over the block, dug up fairly easily. Kind of a one-handed pass and a play over by Mitchell. Not much out of that. Back row attack. Left side for Quist. Quist off the block. It's going to be close to a kill. Well, free ball at a minimum as Manthe plays it over. Left side, a different style of attack that time. Kind of came from the middle of the floor, maybe a step to the right side, and kind of played it maybe a step or two to the left side, did McKenna Ely. Probably won't see a lot of versatility from her the rest of the season, but for the future, I think you see a little versatility from her. She can attack from all three spots and can play a lot of different angles, as Jada Mitchell will get that block. 18-10 Viterbo, second set. And not quite an overpass, didn't get to the net, too close, too tight for Fincher to feel real comfortable playing it, and that'll be an ace for Addison Pekka. Right side off the block, blocked back by Mitchell and Quist. I think Quist got a little more of that than Mitchell did. Get a timeout for Mount Mary. 20-10 V-Hawks lead here second set. 5 points away from a 2-0 lead. There we go. V-Hawks hitting .400 in this second set. 9 kills, 1 air, 20 attacks. Better for Mount Mary in the second set, hitting a positive .136. 8 kills, 5 airs, 22 attacks. The Hawks hitting .415 for the match. Mount Mary hitting 0, 14-14 in 46. 23 and 41 for the V-Hawks. V-Hawks with 9 aces tonight. Gaudy total there. And 6 blocks to none. So they've been better serving, been better hitting, been better at the net. Mitchell 6 kills, hitting .460, 2-4 blocks so far as well. Treptow 3 kills, .333 with 3 blocks. Halverson 3 kills, hitting .500. Ely 3 kills, hitting .750. Jar a couple of kills, hitting .250, and Quist a couple kills, hitting .667. Does anybody other than White have more? White's got 9 kills, hitting .353. Cicito Salas has 4 kills for Mount Mary. Now go to White. Dug up by Marquardt. Quist off the block. Might have been out that time, but Marquardt chose to play it. And then from the right side, Ely off the block for the kill. 21-10 Viterbo in the second. Pekka will continue to serve. Nice service run here for Pekka. Inside from Mitchell. Mitchell off the block. That'll be a kill for the V-Hawks. 22-10, 3 points away from a 2-0 lead. V-Hawks, as we said, will be at home Tuesday to open the conference tournament and at home in the conference tournament as long as they keep winning. Semifinal would be Thursday. That's a little short on the swing that time from Severson. 23-10. Yeah, home Tuesday if they win Tuesday, home Thursday. If they win Thursday, home Saturday. I will not have the Saturday match. Going down to the Marquette Maryland game a week from Saturday. Pekka will get an ace. 24-10. V-Hawks point away here from a 2-0 lead. Right side for White, and White will get that kill. 24-11. Darden back in for Mount Mary, and Gurman the libero check back in for the V-Hawks. I'll go at Gurman. Left side for Quist. Quist a little off balance, but gets the kill, and that'll wrap up the second set. The Hawks up 2-0. They won the first 2 sets 9-11. Does not appear we will be getting a dance team performance here tonight, so standard 3 minutes between sets. The Hawks ended him in 478 in that second set. 12 kills, 1 error, 23 attacks. Mount Mary better in that second set, hit 115, 9 kills, 6 errors, 26 attacks. I don't have my phone, so I can't confirm this for sure, but I'm guessing based upon what I just saw, I think we just got an explanation as to why one of the Dodgers relievers in the World Series did not play. Just got a note that Dodgers reliever announced death of baby daughter, so I'm guessing that may have been the left-handed reliever, Alec Vesia, that... Halverson, 3 kills, hitting 500. Quist, 3 kills, hitting 750 with a couple digs. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Sadie Treptow with 3 aces, too. Almost got to add. Well, it might be her only 3 career aces. I don't know. Jar, a couple kills, hitting 250. Yanks has got 3 digs. German, a couple digs, couple aces. 10 assists for Polavina, 7 for Connor. Connor with 3 aces and 2 digs as well. Pekka with a couple of digs and a couple aces. Marquardt's got 3 digs through 2 sets. Yeah, this is the official set here where we start seeing some different people. Hinsman's not a surprise. Marquardt started the second set. Connor, the normal first setter. Quist has started the second set. I don't know, Dorn started the set, and I don't think Isabel Rebenzer has started a set in a home match this season. And Check is actually going to check in for someone here to serve. It'll be Severson, Fincher, Manthi Lovero, Palacios. And I've got 2 numbers I can't read in the back row because they're facing away from me. We're going to check in for Hinsman. That makes sense. Connor will serve here to begin the third set. Cicero Salas is out there, as is 19 Andy White. 6:39. We may get a match here that lasts under an hour, and I don't know if I've seen that before. It has. It's been a while. Connor will serve here to begin the second set, and I'll go right at the libero Manthi. Tipped, blocked back, but out. White will get a kill. 11th kill of the match for Andy White. Palacios will serve for Mount Mary. First lead of the match. I believe Viterbo never trailed in the first 2 sets. A decent serve there, line drive, but handled by Marquardt. Benzer will play it over, block back. Left side for Quist. Quist over the block. Overpass. Benzer plays it. Again left side for Quist. Quist off the block this time, gets the kill. Franklin will check in here early in the third, replacing Marquardt. Right side, played it over, tipped, played to a spot, got him out of system a little bit. Get a swing out of this right side, Rule Rebenzer. Back row attack from Palacios is out. Good decision by Connor. 2-1 Viterbo here in the third. Might be one of those spots where assistant coach Braxton Jensen gets the call at the serving spots. Maybe not quite yet or this early in the set, but some point in the set, Franklin will play it over. Dorn will play it over. Connor near the net, maintained balance, then played over the net far side by Franklin. 3-1 Viterbo in the third. That time into the net. Good sign for Viterbo. I believe that's only their second service error tonight, as McKenna Rettler will check in back row for Quist. Third service error for Viterbo thus far. Ryan DeLong's talked about that when we've talked about after some of the lighter opponents they played, as that's the kind of match where you don't want to commit a bunch of service errors. You do it against a better team, you're actually okay with that. Inside, tipped, right up by Rettler. Off the net, and Connor couldn't quite get to it. 3-3 here, early third. Good job playing that one from deep as Chuck tries to get back in position and does. Connor will go left side for Franklin. Franklin cross court. Dug up, overpass, played down but dug up. Good dig up middle there by Fincher, off the block, dug up by Franklin. So back set for Rebenzer off the block, good dig up by Rettler. And Franklin will short on that swing. Right side or left side for Franklin over the block, and she might have got enough overspin to sneak it in, but just long. 5-3 Mount Mary got a first 2-point lead of the night. Right side Rebenzer over the block, played up by Manthe. And a free ball here, will Viterbo. Left side for Franklin. Franklin off the block. And going to have to just play it over that time. Couldn't quite get it over the net on the third hit. Could Cicero Salas for Mount Mary. We get Pekka back in along with Hinsman. Dorn and Check out. I imagine a female with the last name Dorn doesn't take as much grief as a male in an athletic world with the last name Dorn takes. And swing that time by Cicero Salas. She's been okay tonight. White's been very good. We've talked about her a bunch. Fortunately, don't have a whole lot of that, a whole lot of attackers other than those two, does Mount Mary. Kind of easy to plan for defensively. Played over, dug up by Manthe, near the net, tipped over. Connor will play it back over, out. Treptow showing a little frustration there at the end of the bench, wanting them to encouraging their teammates on the floor to play a little better. Manthe will serve, off the net, and Alette serving an ace. 8-4. Well, at some point here, you're riding along, you do a couple things. One, you take a timeout and you get some of your better players back inside. And a nice swing there by Hinsman. Maybe that'll get Viterbo going. Pulling Vina and Ely in for Connor and Connor and Rubenzer. You take a timeout, but you maybe start subbing more of the starters in. Try and get the reserves here a full set, but also don't want to have to play a 4 set if you don't have to. Good swing that time inside from Cicero Salas. Fincher, the setter here, serving. 9-5 Mount Mary in the third. Ducks won the first 2 sets 9-11. Left side for Ely, dug up by Manthe. Never touched. Ely, I think, will get credit for that kill either way. Ely made the initial swing, and then Ely up over the top of the net to ensure that ball didn't come back on Viterbo's side. Marquardt in to serve. Apologize, didn't see who else checked back in up front. Near the net. No one hit the net. Off the net. Out. Point Viterbo. Quist checked back in a point ago. That's who checked in. Marquardt will serve over from that left side of the floor from the Reese Gurman spot and into that. 10-7 Mount Mercy here in the third. Overpass and put it away that time. Nice swing from Andy White once again. Kind of match where you got to get other players in, but kind of match where you don't want it to get away from you either. Kind of set maybe is a better way to say it. Where you don't want it to get away from you. Free ball here as Ely plays it over. Left side for White. Nice block back that time. Hinsman and Ely both up. Looked like Hinsman got the larger part of that. We get the order of the subs correct. Check back in for Hinsman. That makes sense. They're going to have to change the sub here. Looks like it's Aubrey Dorn is going to have to check back in for Rettler. Tried to check in Maddie Quist there, but they couldn't do that. 11-8, check serving. Deep. Played over by White. Easy dig up for check. Left side cross court. Nice swing that time by Quist. Be free ball for Viterbo. Polavino set up Dorn right side. Second point dump. Played up. Dorn again with a cut shot, and that'll be a kill. Frustration there maybe from Maddie Wolf. Maida Wolf, had a couple of her players diving near her feet that time and just kind of caught the ball out of the air and threw it to the ball boy. 11-9 as Czech continues to serve. It'll turn into a free ball. Surprising play there from Quist. Probably should have used all three, did not. Blocked back that time by Quist and Hinsman. Quist and Dorn, Right side for McKinney. Ely, she puts it away. With the combination of Manthe and Cicero Salas in the back row. The Hawks back within 11-10. We're down, I believe, 11-7 a few points ago. Manthe keeps that one alive. Inside, actually right side for Ely. Big swing. Nice dig up by Manthe. Played over. Left side off the block by Quist. Second point dump, and must have been in the net. Nope, double hit, they say, that time on Mount Mary. So 4 straight points for the V-Hawks here, and they're back to an 11-all tie here in the third. Won the first 2 sets 9-11. Check will go deep, and good late. No, ball was in. Line judge says in. Not a ton of disagreement. Overruled. Okay. Overruled. Mr. Wagner up in the chair overruled there and said that ball was long. So point Mount Mary. Rebenzer back in for, Maddie Quist in for check. Manthe will serve. Inside for Dorn, and Dorn gets the kill. Able to beat the service of Cicero Salas. There's Rebenzer back in along with Connor for Polovanian and Ely. Have not seen Jar. Have not seen Mitchell. Have not seen Angst. Have not seen Gurman. Have not seen Halverson in this third set. Substitution check here. Makes sense. Rebenzer for Polovino would make sense, and Connor for Ely would both make sense. Connor will serve. 12 apiece here in the third. Be a free ball at minimum here for Viterbo, and it will be. Connor will go left side for Quist. Quist off the block and gets the kill. York's first lead in a while here, 13-12 in this set. No timeouts in this third set either. Aubrey Dorn will get that kill. 14-12. Sign of a timeout here from Maida Wolf. Connor will serve. The Valero Manthe. Over the block. Back up by Marquardt. And then a nice swing left side that time from Mia Quist. Be interesting to see here if Viterbo borrowed a couple of hitters to that maybe aren't in their top six here, but 7 and 8 would probably be 3 and 4 in terms of hitters for Mount Mary. That'll be not quite an overpass near the net, and Fincher a little afraid of the net that time. That'll be an ace for Connor. 16-12. This was 12-7. I believe it's 9 of 10 points here was 11-7. So 9 of the last 10 points for Viterbo, now 4-point lead, 9 points away from the match. You got a swing out of that, played over. Oh, nice play up by Marquardt. Good job getting back to her feet as well. Big swing from White, dug up by Quist. And her sister, Mia Quist, just long, looking for a tip. No sign of a tip from either line judge. No tip. All right, no tip. That would have been fun. Manny Quist there with the dig to set up her sister Mia. Senior and freshman, I'm guessing they might have played 1 year together in high school. That's the max they could have played. Second point dumped by Connor, dug up by White. Got a swing out of that, blocked back by Dorn. Inside, tipped over, dug up by Quist. Right side for Rebenzer, big swing. Rattles off the rafters, free ball. Inside Dorn and off the block and good. 17-13 Viterbo here in the third. Franklin back in for Marquardt. Inside and another kill for Andy White. White is up to 12 kills in the match. Correction, White is up to 13 kills in the match. 13 kills, 4 errors, hitting .276. Asado Salas has got 6 kills. We said, unfortunately, for Mount Mary, nobody else has got more than 1. The Hawks have 8 players with 2 or more kills. Match is the first match in Dorn with the kill here. Dorn having a nice, real nice match tonight. 6 kills, no errors, hitting .857. Pekka will serve as he checks back in. Get a sub in here, Delnora Darden back in for Mount Mary. We said first match for Viterbo, 8 players with multiple kills in .273 or better. Let's check that number here as we'll get an ace from Pekka. 7 kills in .250 or better right now for Viterbo in this match. So 19-14, V-Hawk 6 points away. Left side, well over the block and well out. I was thinking that was maybe a cut shot, but I think just a miss hit there by Sacedo Salas. Should be 20-14, right? Yeah, I put the point on the wrong side. On the scoreboard, you've got it right on the computer. Well, there's been no ask for. Okay, there we go. They got it corrected. I trust you sometimes more than I trust Mr. Tweeten down there. Fincher serving. Easy dig up by the V-Hawks and then put away by it was Dorn? No, that was Hinsman inside. Easy dig up by Rettler. Polavina and Ely back in for Connor and Rebenzer. Libero Manthe back in for Mount Mary. As Polavina will serve. V-Hawks 4 points away here from the match. So this might be under an hour, 6:56 as we speak. It's pretty close. Oh, middle. Oh, nice swing inside that time. So Sasato Salas looked good at times. Whites look very good at times. And a couple of decent hitters. Just need some more hitters. Are those two of the younger girls? Yeah, freshman and White's a freshman. Yeah, that'd be a nice combination here 2-3 years from now. Got to recruit some more players around it as the serve by Fincher that time into the net. 22-17, V-Hawks 3 points away. Mia Quist and Marquardt back in. Right side, over the block. Quite the idea there from Polavina. Works second point dump. Polavina keeps it up. Swing by Mia Quist, and able to beat Manthe. Now White's going to be the leading player in this match in terms of kills, just because Mitchell and Treptow and Halversam and Jar haven't played a lot in this third set. Nice dig up there, kept alive. Knocks out a system. We'll see if they can back. They do. Marquardt helps out there. Left side for Quist, and Quist will get that kill. V-Hawks will serve match point. 6:57. Thought this might take less than an hour. Marquardt will serve. Hope to be joined by Viterbo head coach here, Ryan DeLong, after the match. And there'll be a kill here to Fincher will end up getting that kill. 24-18. Go right side, and that'll do it. Kenny Ely will get the match clinching point. The Hawks win this one 9-11-18. The Hawks now 24-6 on the season. They wrap up Chicagoland play at 18-0. They have won 7 straight. So you can remember here, they won 14 last year in a conference tournament, 12 in the North Star in a conference tournament. Yeah, I think the number is now 50 in a row here in terms of conference matches if you throw in conference tournaments. It was 43 in conference play and regular season play coming in tonight, so 44 would make sense. And then well, they were going to take pictures here, and somebody disappeared. We'll see if they sneak back in here. Here we go. That was Miss Treptow that snuck out of here. They wanted to get a team photo of some sort. Now, don't take it for granted winning every match in conference play. They'll take a photo here as they wrap up another undefeated conference season, third consecutive one for Viterbo. Have not lost a conference match in over 3 years in regular season play. Lost one to Bellevue on November 5th of 22, so it's been over 3 calendar years, November 7th of 25 here today. Mount Mary will wrap up their season at 4-28, 1-17 in Chicagoland play. They'll end with a 8-game losing streak, and they'll finish 1-10 on the road. The Hawks, as we said, 24-6, 18-0, 7 in a row, 9-2 at home. They'll have some probably 4 more chances to add to that. Have already clinched the 12th straight national tournament berth and 13th national tournament berth in 14 years. As we said, the winning streak in Chicagoland play And North Star play, including conference tournament, is an even 50 in a row. I'd hope to be joined by Viterbo head coach Ryan DeLong after the match. Talk about their big hitter, White, a little bit. She had a nice night. We'll talk about some of the different servers. That's a little interesting. Treptow with 3 aces. Maybe they found one. I don't know. I'll talk about the recruits that were here tonight. Talk about the all-conference teams. Those, I think, would come out here at some point in the next week between now and conference championship Saturday. I want to talk about replay and just maybe talk in general about how he thinks they are kind of ready for everything that's coming up here with the conference tournament starting on Tuesday. So V-Hawks, as we said, win 9-11, or write it down here again. They won 9-11 and 18. V-Hawks hit 382 in the third set, 16 kills, 3 errors, 34 attacks. Mount Mary had their best set in the third set, hit 125, 10 kills, 6 errors, 32 attacks. So V-Hawks hit 423 for the match, 39 kills, 6 errors, 78 attacks. Mount Mary hit 049 for the match, 25 kills, 21 errors, 82 attacks. 12 aces for Viterbo tonight, 5 service errors. Those are both good numbers. And outblocked him 7-0. And the longer Ryan DeLong talks now, the harder it gets for us to get him. Well, this is a nice thing in a final home match for a senior. Mia Quist leads the V-Hawks with 8 kills tonight. 1 error, hit 538, so good for her. 3 digs as well for Quist. Ryan DeLong, I think, is going to maybe head up right now. I think he is here. We're talking to Sadie Treptow right now. Mitchell finished with 7 kills, hit 500. Ely with 7 kills, hit 778. Mitchell had 4 blocked as well. Now we make it Ryan DeLong right now. I think he's going to head this direction now. So we'll wrap up some of the individual stats after we talk to Ryan. Ryan's going to sit where you are, so we're good. Ryan's going to send him sitting where you are, yeah. I'll shut it off. Unless he got stuck in traffic on the way up the stairs. There he is. Yeah, I said here, Viterbo head coach Ryan DeLong here, joining us momentarily. Talking to Jada Mitchell's dad right now. As we said, he's about 2 or 3 seats to our left tonight. All right, Viterbo head coach Ryan DeLong joins us here. First thing I want to talk to you about, let's talk about a couple of their hitters. That White girl was a pretty nice hitter for them tonight. The 19 had some very nice swings and pretty nice singer. Looks like there's some potential there. That other hitter for them, Cicero Salas, a freshman too. So it looks like they've got some. It might take a couple of years. Looks like they've got some potential coming down the line here.
Yeah, new coach. She was from Cardinal Stritch, so she's going to do good. She played in the CCAC a few years ago and whatnot. Obviously it takes a while to build a program. But, yeah, there are 2 outsides who were fairly solid, and I think they're all real young. So, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully they continue to improve.
Did you find some new servers tonight? That girl, number 9, looked like she can serve a little bit. Mitchell got in there and served too. Her dad said she'd never done that in college, so that was fun.
Yeah, on Monday they're going to be talking. They should be serving all, Sadie actually made me look kind of dumb, maybe going never having her serve in 4 years, and she had 3 straight aces. But no, if you see him serve in practice, you don't need to serve him in a game. But, yeah, that's kind of been the thing we started a couple years ago, letting our people that don't serve in some games that they can serve in. And we got Jada in to serve, which was cool, and then obviously Sadie.
Looks like you had a couple of recruits here tonight, I'm guessing. We talked about Izzy Adams a couple of matches ago after she had signed. Who was the other recruit here tonight, and talk about her a little bit?
Yeah, she's a 2027 outside hitter from St. Croix, all-conference player up there. So she's a junior and hasn't committed, but, I think it wasn't a competitive game, but it was a fun game to be a part of. So hopefully we'll see her down the road in a V-Hawk uniform as well.
Didn't know she was a junior. Can't talk about her because of that because she hadn't signed yet. Okay. All conference stuff I assume would come out this week, and I'm kind of guessing Mitchell, a pretty good bet to be player of the year. And what other kind of awards you looking at getting this week?
Yeah, I think, we have a lot of people that are deserving. Probably we're not going to get as many as we should, but that's kind of how all conference stuff works at times. But, we Jada and Sadie and Maddie and Izzy and Reese, and there's several of them that all of them could should get something, but we'll see that. I think next. Hopefully, if we're playing on Saturday, it will be announced then.
Gotcha. Okay. 2 more things here. Last thing is I'll talk to you about the conference tournament. You mentioned replay may be coming. Do you have that set up for the conference tournament, or is that still not ready yet?
Still not ready. The conference decided not to allow it, so we won't have that. It did just pass for next year, though, so it will be a mandate next year, so we'll be ready to roll with CRS next year.
All right. Last thing for you here, obviously conference tournament match starting on Tuesday and at home as long as you continue in the conference tournament. Happy in general with where you are heading into the conference tournament next Tuesday?
Yeah, I think so. We play Indiana Northwest to start on Tuesday. So, we just saw them on Saturday. So we got a good report on them. And, if we keep playing well, I think good things are going to happen. So, I just real quick I'll shout out, but, 3 years without losing a conference match with these seniors in this class. Not all the conference games are like this. They we battled in the North Star their first year, and then we battled, and so proud of them, proud of the accomplishment they've done. And, we got a few more games to go, and I think we're looking pretty good right now as long as we stay healthy and sharp the next week in practice.
I guess we should finish with that. Are you healthy? Any minor injuries or any little nagging stuff?
No, we're good.
Okay. Sounds good. Thanks very much. That's Ryan, head coach Ryan DeLong. Okay, sounds good. We'll meet you there afterwards. That is Viterbo head coach Ryan DeLong. We got an update there. I got to get Mr. Weisbecker's phone back here at some point, too. We were still running through individual stats, so let's do that. Mia Quist led the V-Hawks with 8 kills, hit 538, 3 digs. Jada Mitchell, 7 kills, hit 504 blocks. McKenna Ely, 7 kills, hit 778. Aubrey Dorn had a nice match, 6 kills and hit 857. Sadie Treptow, 3 kills, hit 333, 3 blocks, 3 aces. Sadie Treptow with 3 consecutive aces tonight. Haley Halverson had 3 kills as well, hit 500. Izzy Jarrett, a couple kills, hit 250. Jalen Hinsman, a couple of kills, hit 333. Riley Inkst had 3 digs. Gurman had didn't play as much as she usually plays tonight. Only had a couple digs. Did have a couple aces. Polavina had 16 assists to lead Viterbo. Connor had 14 assists, 4 aces, couple digs for Connor. Addison Pekka 3 digs and 3 aces. Rutler had a couple of digs. 5 digs for Michaela Marquardt, 4 for Grace Check, along with a couple aces. Couple digs for Maddie Quist in there as well. For Mount Mary, Andy White leads them. 13 kills, led everybody in the match, hit 300, had 4 digs as well. Sacedo Salas with 8 kills, 6 digs. Lily Severson had a couple of kills. The setter in the 5-1 Fincher had 22 assists and 6 digs. Palacios had 5 digs. Abigail Manthe, the libero, had 5 digs, couple assists as well. And that about do it stats-wise for Mount Mary. All right, here, final score tonight. V-Hawks a 9-11-18 winner, 24-6, 18-0 in the Chicagoland this year. Mount Mary finishes their season 4-28 and 1-17. Thank you very much, Mr. Weisbecker, for the live stats with the phone tonight. Craig Otto here signing off from Viterbo University, La Crosse, Wisconsin, the R.W. Beggs Senior Gymnasium. V-Hawks once again a 9-11-18 winner tonight. Back here on Tuesday night to open the Chicagoland Conference Tournament, and we'll be with you about 5 minutes or so before the match on Tuesday. Craig Otto signing off from Viterbo. Good evening, everybody.